How you doing? Yeah. Either the name, you're gonna be on it all?
Yeah.
All right. AC. ALOI. And then your EOC. Okay. Where you're gonna sit so I can adjust. Great. Yeah. You can take a sip of water here. That's all right. What time are we coming back? What time are we getting next up? The next Nord port. Done. We can see that. We have 25 people watching right now. Better than normal because all this I'm doing preemptively. And you're going to give a quick update, right? And then are you Q&A at all? A little bit. But you're going to kind of cue if we're close on time. if I get a comment. Yeah. Out of the park question. No. Very direct. Yes. But you did this yesterday in your video. You can change those lines. Conversation. Michael. You're listening to WKDW Radio 97.5 and KDWRadio.com, broadcasting from the EOC right here in Northport, Florida. Remember that WKDWRadio.com, you can listen live. Our antenna is down. We're going to try to have our antenna back up, our emergency antenna, up on Friday, hopefully sometime early on Friday, so we can get the range out. I have a very special guest, Stacy. Please introduce yourself and move forward.
I'm Stacy Losio. I am the emergency manager for the city of Northport, and thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. So give us a quick update on what's happening with Northport in the OC.
Oh, sure. So today is another big push to make sure we get all of our resource requests fulfilled. We have requested additional high water vehicles, strike teams of ambulances and fire engines, additional police officers, everything we need to help us support our community to respond and recover after this impact.
Is there anything that the city's citizens should be doing right now?
Oh, definitely. Especially if you're in evacuation zone A, B, or C, there's still time to make it to an evacuation center. There's plenty of space in the Northport evacuation centers provided by Sarasota County and the school district. Please, 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 before those sustained winds come, prepare your homes and your families and get to a safe evacuation center. Also, if you live in a low-lying area that is prone to flooding, we are expecting a lot more rain in the coming days. As much work as our public works has done over the last few days to lower the levels with all of the rain, it was very hard to keep up. We are expecting some excessive ponding in the roads at least. So just please turn around, don't drown, stay away from ponded roads, and just be prepared for some extra potential ponding.
And I'll add in right now, the biggest thing is to share communications out with everyone. You guys are doing a great job on getting information out to the public. So can you tell them a little bit of how they can get the information?
Yes, so you can text NP Strong to 888-777 and get text alerts. You can also sign up, which I highly recommend you sign up for all of these, but sign up for Everbridge alerts for Northport and Sarasota County at alertsarasotacounty.com. We're also pushing out notifications on our Facebook. You can go to the website northportfl.gov/alerts, and we'll post hurricane updates there as well.
What are the biggest things that citizens should do now, like immediately?
Well, like I said, if you've been evacuated and told to leave, now is your last chance to go. I can't emphasize that enough. We are expecting storm surge, winds, rain. The county does not take evacuation notices lightly. If they tell you to leave, they're expecting life-threatening situations in your area. So please, now's the time to leave. If you have any last-minute preparations on your home, buttoning things up there, we're expecting tropical storm force winds to stay within the next couple of hours. So this is your last chance to really make those final preparations.
And as far as the city is concerned, we're locked down. We don't have any services right now. City Hall's locked down. We are in the EOC, and people should hunker down, correct?
As they should hunker down right now. While we have rain and ponding, we haven't shut down emergency services yet. When sustained winds reach 45 miles per hour or greater, we will do that. And we will put out notifications when that happens. So everyone is aware. If you call 911, we're not going to be able to send crews out to your area at that point. So we'll send notifications out when that happens. But for right now, we're still running our rescue operations same as normal.
Absolutely. And we're going to go with another update around 11 a.m., right?
That is correct. So tune in to WKDW around 11 and we'll give you your next update from the
And
city.
and really, it's all about communications out and keeping people safe. You talked about the first responders. Have we gotten any updates on how the hospitals are operating right now? Are they still in good shape like they were this morning?
So yes, the hospitals are all still in good shape. I know Charlotte County made some decisions, or the Charlotte County hospitals made some decisions to close. I don't know the exact details about that. That's not my jurisdiction, but I do know that.
Correct.
And our crews are operating to accommodate for that by just shifting plans to the hospitals in Venice and in Sarasota County. So we have prepared for that, and we have a plan already in place that's being executed, and we're good to go there.
As the emergency manager, what is it that you do?
Oh my goodness.
I know, it's a
What
good
don't I
question.
do?
Yes.
So my job here is to just make sure we're getting the resources that we need, that we have a full picture of what's happening. You know, the city is 104 square miles. There's going to be a lot of debris. There's going to be, like I said, a lot of ponding in the roads. There could be damage to homes from this. And so we want to know where the hardest hit areas are. We want to know where the debris is, what roads are closed. All that information feeds into the Emergency Operations Center. We organize all that data so that the city knows where the hardest impacts are, so we can get out there and help those people recover the fastest.
Is there anything extra that you think that people should know about this storm? Has it taken a different turn, or are we still in line?
So we are still dead center pretty much in the middle of that cone. If you don't know, the cone, the storm has the same amount of chance to hit straight in the middle as it does to go north, as it does to go south, as it does to hit us directly. The National Hurricane Center has some confidence in where it's going to hit, but they're not completely confident, and they said to expect a potential wobble. So we want to keep an eye on that. Don't think that because right now it's going to hit maybe north of Sarasota that it's going to stay the same. It's going to be very similar to Ian, where we're watching till the very last second to see if it wobbles and makes landfall somewhere else. So we're preparing for the worst. We're preparing for that potential impact, just in case that unfortunately happens to be us. We've been through this before with Ian. This is a different storm from Ian because
It
it's
is.
hitting us at a different angle. Ian hit south of us, so we were safe from some of that surge. We're going to see a lot more storm surge from this. In Sarasota County in general along the coast. So the county itself will have some greater impacts there, which will require a lot more resources in our area.
So 11 o'clock, we're going to have another update. When's the projected landfall of the storm right now?
Projected landfall is, of course, the middle of the night, around 1:30 a.m. Thursday morning. So we will experience this afternoon those sustained tropical storm force winds, and the winds will continue to pick up to hurricane strength until it makes landfall. Or they're saying now that it'll make landfall as the Category 4.
And I know we talked about first responders as far as EMS, but we have our first responders out there as far as our police force. Everyone is concerned about this storm at every single level right now because of the impact that we're going to feel. It's a little different than Charlie and in Ian because of the directness of it. Is that correct?
Correct. And every storm is different. I mean, look at Helene, right? It didn't even make landfall anywhere near us. It was a paralleling storm, but we still saw significant storm surge in the county. I mean, there's sand pushed up from all of our beaches for a storm that didn't even hit us directly. So just keep that in mind that this storm is potentially, could do a lot more damage to our county than that even.
Any recommendations for people to pick up yards at this point in the storm if they have not done so?
Well, it depends if you find a break in the weather before those sustained winds start. I don't want to give any advice about, it's whatever you're comfortable with. I don't want to tell people to go out in the wind and the rain and
Right.
start climbing ladders. So
Right, not ladders, but
if you forgot your garbage can out front, go pull it in.
yeah, go pull it in because flying debris causes a lot of
Mhm.
damage
Correct.
out there. So we have to be very careful. One of the flying debris, but also protecting our neighbors and
Mhm.
structures. Any other items that you would like to share at this point?
I just want everybody to please stay safe, please stay off the roads. As you know, when we get a lot of rain here and a lot of rain to the north, a couple of days later, we still see high water levels in our area. So just keep that in mind too. Even after the storm passes, we might still see some impacts in the city.
And Jason Bartolone and yourself and others will be joining throughout the day. I know Chief Titus was going to come back on and talk and give an update from the fire department and their stance. But do you have an update on canals at this point?
I do. So the last I looked, which was about an hour ago, the Myakkahatchee Creek, the Tropicaron Big Slough gauge was showing elevated levels, not enough to impact the roadways yet. We're still about a foot from there. We have gotten some rain since then. So it might be up a little bit from there. So we can definitely expect, if you're in those areas when the Myakkahatchee is high, where you usually see some of the ponding in the roads, you can expect that probably pretty soon.
Yeah, and so we know that north of the storm, Chuck from Public Works, they monitor a lot of that storm water coming down from up north. We're still keeping an eye on all those things. We have key readers that are out there, right? So we're going to be able to give updates on our canal conditions throughout.
Oh yeah. As long as our gauges are functioning properly, we'll be able to report out on all of that. And they have it down to a science. So if they're watching the gauges up north and they see, okay, the north gauge gained 3 feet, they know that in 24 hours, that water will be here and equal a certain amount of rise in our creek. So we can see it coming ahead of time.
And we got to give a good shout out because Public Works has been all over making sure our canals are at the proper levels to maintain and hopefully get some of this taken care of, right?
Yes, they have been. They've been out there since before Helene, even fighting against the rainfall that we've been getting to keep those creeks at a good level for us.
Well, I appreciate you being part of the show and giving us the update. The most important thing that I can tell everyone out there right now, share the video, share this content. I'm going to be posting another update for 11 o'clock. it is very important that we get more citizens paying attention on social media so that they get local information, not just the widespread information. This is very specific to our city because the EOC, Stacy and her crew, they're doing a great job of keeping us updated, and we really need to help by spreading the word. Do you agree?
I agree. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you at 11 o'clock for the next update. This is John Rawlings with WKDW Radio saying thank you.